Okay, it's a little crude video for my buddy Dale. All right, Dale, I'm going to run through these settings. All right, here's the VHF squelch and the UHF squelch buttons that I talked about. Okay, you press the, as you tap on that, let's see if I can get it in the camera. If you tap on that little V squelch button right there, you'll see that little right there at the corner of the screen. Say what looks like a dash, that's squelch setting 1. Okay, so I press it again, it toggles through 4 stages. That's squelch setting 1, that's real loose. That's squelch setting 2, it's a little tighter. Squelch setting 3 is a little tighter. And then squelch setting whatever, it opens the squelch. And I normally ran it like that, but if you want to open it for weak signal work, you know, you just toggle that squelch button. And that's just 2 buttons because it being a dual band radio, it's got a button on the right there. It says UHF squelch. Okay, changing bands that we talked about, and you see where it says main right there. That's the band. That's the side that you're on. The sub band, which is the UHF over there, I didn't program anything. It's just whatever happened to be in it. So you can toggle that band button. See, it jumps over to the UHF side. So when you're operating as far as transmit or receive, you'll press that button back and forth, and it'll toggle back and forth. All right, so let's see. Here's the high-low settings. If I can keep my finger out of the way of the camera, see the little high-low button right there? I can't get my finger on it right there. High-low. All right, so you press it one time. It says low power 1, low power 2. And it don't say anything after that, so that's full power. So low power 1 is 1 watt, low power 2 is 10 watts, and about to turn the radio over here. The low power button, when I tap it the 3rd time, it don't say anything, and that is full power. Normally, if you're in one of the low power settings, you'll see it says low on the screen. It don't really say low 1 or low 2, but it does on the screen when you press it, you know. Low 1, low 2. All right, let me shut this other radio up over here just a minute. If I can find the volume control. Okay, here we go. I like my radio prop. Okay, for VHF and UHF, you know, I was telling you, you don't have a squelch knob. You have a V volume and a U volume. So that's the volume control right there to turn it up and down. Here's how you can go from memory to simplex if you just want to spin the knob around. Right there, if I can get my finger out of the way so this thing will focus. That says VHF. Oh, V, I'm sorry, V for VFO. And M for memory. I'm trying to look through the camera and push it. So if I push the VFO button one time, now, as I turn the knob, it's a VFO. And you can see it says minus duplex. If you go up into the 147 range into VFO mode, then you have to press your duplex button. See, it says minus. When it don't say minus, that means it's a positive duplex. So you got simplex, minus duplex, and positive duplex, and that button cycles through. Now this only works in the VFO mode. In memory, that's all pre-programmed. So I'm gonna turn the duplex off for now. And then if you're at one end of the band and you're in the VFO mode and you want to jump real fast, you can press that VFO button a 2nd time, and it changes megahertz, dun, 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 all up and down. All right, so, and then I press it again, and it's just in regular VFO mode, like that. There is the channel selector, the channel number you're on. Right now, if I press memory, right there, if I press the M for memory, it's in memory mode, it shows channel 11. And you can go back to channel 1 and you'll see what I'm saying. There's 5.2, simply, all this is pre-programmed. There's somebody. Oh, I'm on the dummy load, but I'm hearing the 315 repeater through the dummy load. All right, so that's that stuff. This button is how I write to a memory channel. Like I'd pick a channel up here somewhere, and this might not interest you at all. But if I pick the channel, like that's the end of what I programmed for you. On the next one was the old 300 repeater that I used to have in Wilson. So if you wanted to change that, you go to the channel you wanted to change. Like I'd say, hey, I'm going to write something over that slot. I go back to the VFO mode, and I set it to whatever I want it to be in VFO, set my duplex. And if you need to set the PL, the top, you know, whatever the frequency is, the set button brings up the PL, and you can dial the PL up and down. And the only way you do that, and then you just take the microphone, bump the key one time, it goes back to normal. That may not interest you at all, but anyway, and then you hold that button down, it goes dip, and it's saved. So anyway, basically here, both back VHF or the VFO button here, V. The second time is megahertz. You see that? All right, and then I'm back in VFO mode. I'm gonna go to memory. I hit the M button for memory, and that's just everything that's stored in memory. I'll put it back on channel 1. That's a lot to absorb, but that's what I figured out here a while ago, just playing with this thing. All right, man, hope this works. Hope it helps you.